guys. You didn't prove me wrong. We could have hoped for a better start, but it doesn't matter. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage, and an opportunity to lead the general classification. The team member...
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. This second stage of the Braze Cup promises an explosive finale. With 3 climbs inside the final 10 kilometres, the punchers will have several opportunities to land a killer blow, be it for the stage win or the general classification. In less than 5 kilometres, the riders will fight it out for the first intermediate sprint of the stage, with 20 points awarded to the first one across the line. Time gap stabilised. The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have TeamCom. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
The break is still not done. It's difficult to escape today. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable. The next 2 climbs are classified as 4th category. There is only 1 point to be had at the top of each. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilised. The front of the race is approaching the intermediate sprint. Remember that only the first 15 score any points for the green jersey classification.
Come on, guys. We'll soon be into the final 10 kilometers. Move to the front now, because afterwards it will be a lot more difficult to get into position. Go! Go! He asked his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage.
The race is now entering its final phase, a little under 10 kilometres, and there are 3 4th category climbs on the menu. The sequence will offer no respite to the riders. Breakaway over.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb.
And here's the first climb. 1 kilometre on a slope that averages out at close to 5%. It's the shortest and least steep of the difficulties in this finale. He's trying to get out. Watch out! Counter-attack at the front of the peloton. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out! And now it's the Mur de Bretagne climb that rises before the riders. A celebrated slope that has welcomed numerous Tour de France stage finishes. The last winner here was Mathieu van der Poel in 2021.
A teammate has just been dropped. Can't count on him any longer. We'll have to do our utmost to score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standings. Okay, I'll consume a feed.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometres. At the top of the Mur de Bretagne climb, no one's managed to get away. Everything will be decided on the climb to the finish. Here comes the red pennant.
Leader in the overall youth standings. You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price.
He is all smart. He will keep tops.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least it can be. It's the final stage, guys. This is our last chance to try and take the points classification. Mathematically, it's possible. We must believe it. The team members of the favorites will probably manage the time gaps in order to fight for victory.
Hello and welcome to all. To bring down the curtain on this Brace Cup, The organisers have again mapped out a stage that should satisfy the punchers. With 6 ascents of the Côte de Cadoudal, there's no doubt that victory is destined to a strong rider, be it for the stage or the general classification. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go. The breakaway is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway didn't get far. Watch out for counter moves. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings.
The race is now entering the feed zone. The front of the race is onto the final circuit. The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. The men at the front are again at the foot of the Cadoudal. They've got just under 30 kilometers left to race. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. The final lap of the circuit has begun. Victory should be decided on the final ascent of the Cadoudal.
You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price.
He is all smiles as he climbs onto the podium. He tops the... He's amongst the... He will climb onto the... He's amongst the...
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage.
wishing we were together. Oh, here we go again. Can't stay away for long. Oh, here we go again. I want you, but I know it's wrong. Oh, here we go You thought you were better when you were off on your own. You see me dancing with some.
Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulties. But be on your guard as the wind can lead to bordures. Normally, we'd put a cross through this stage, but with the wind...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Yvelines. Today's route harbours few difficulties, but a mass sprint in the streets of Plaisir offers an uncertain outcome. The forecasted wind could splinter the peloton, and the final climb, that lies close to the finishing line, offers a perfect opportunity to trouble the sprinters. The riders have just set out and already there's an attack.
Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. His teammates are accelerating. He's no doubt asked them to reel in the counterattack to avoid too big a breakaway.
1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good. He's one of the rulers with a good top speed, able to do well on hilly stages.
You've got 1 minute 30 over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move.
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. He's a relatively complete puncher without major strong or weak points. He's a teammate who has everything to prove. He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien. Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite. Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars, courage.
Mais voilà. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Allez.
Bravo les gars.
Lâchez rien.
Allez, continue comme ça.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça.
Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen.
Continuez comme ça. Mais voilà.
Lâchez rien. Allez. Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça. Continue. Courage.
Lâchez rien. Allez.
Courage. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, courage.
Lâchez rien. Allez.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage.
Bravo les gars. Continuez comme ça. Courage, allez, courage.
Continue comme ça. Courage, on continue. Lâchez rien. Allez. Continuez comme ça. Le go.
Continuez comme ça.
Courage. Allez les gars.
Lâchez rien. Allez.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars, continuez comme ça. Lâchez rien, allez.
Lâchez rien.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars, on continue
Allez
comme
les
ça.
gars, allez-y, allez-y.
Allez les gars.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
On continue comme ça.
Courage.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Lâchez rien. Allez.
Allez.
Comme ça.
Courage, on continue.
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez, allez les gars, courage.
Go, 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 allez on y va.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars.
Lâchez rien, allez. Courage. Allez les gars, courage.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. You are 2 kilometers from the top.
The riders are onto the Côte de Neaufle-le-Château. It's the same climb that the riders would encounter at the end of the stage, and which could allow some of them to preempt a mass sprint.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
The breakaways losing ground.
Allez, plus vite. Oui. Allez.
The riders are now entering the feed zone. We'll be able to pick up something to eat.
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
Allez, courage, on continue, les gars.
Allez, les gars, courage.
Allez, courage, on continue, les gars. Bravo, les gars.
Bravo, les gars, c'est bien.
Bravo, les gars. Allez, les gars, on continue comme ça. Bravo, les gars. Allez, les gars, courage.
Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace. We're coming to an exposed zone, lads, but there's no worry. Contrary to what we said in the briefing, there's no wind, no risk of borders. The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you. The intermediate sprint is approaching, guys. If you want to go for it, be careful. It's on a short climb. You mustn't launch the sprint too soon.
Ouais. Comme ça.
Allez, les gars, courage.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars, continue comme ça.
Allez, les gars, on continue.
The peloton is 1 minute away.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
Oui. Allez, plus vite.
Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Allez, allez.
Allez les gars!
The race is now entering its final chapter. There are less than 20 kilometers to go for those at the head of the race.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Les voilà.
Courage, les gars.
Allez, les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça les gars! On est avec vous! Lâchez rien!
Allez, les gars, on continue comme ça. Lâchez rien, allez. Courage, on continue.
Bravo, les gars.
Allez, courage, les gars.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
Only 10 kilometers left for the head of the race.
Come on, guys. The final hill is coming up, so make sure you're well placed. The road isn't very wide, and afterwards it will be difficult to move to the front. There's only 4.5 kilometers from the top of the climb to the finish. You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
The man to the front is onto the Côte de Neaufle-le-Château. The peloton is on his tail, and it should soon swallow him up.
Allez, plus vite, plus vite.
You're 2 kilometers from the top.
Allez, allez. Allez, 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 allez.
Lâche rien!
Plus vite. Allez.
Plus vite! Bravo!
Oui, oui. Hop, hop, hop. Allez.
Allez, Camo!
Et on attaque à
Courage,
l'enroule.
continue. Courage.
On y va, on y va.
Allez.
Allez, on lâche rien.
At the top of the Côte de Neaufle-le-Château, less than 30 seconds lead of the peloton for the head of the race. Stage victory is very much in doubt for the breakaway.
Guys, to keep a grip on the sprint, you must try to stay amongst the front 10 of the peloton. I'm counting on you.
He is all smiles. He's amongst the lead. He will climb onto the. He's amongst the leading. He's amongst the.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. We could have hoped for a better start, but it doesn't matter. We'll have other chances to do better. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We don't have what it takes to be in the final sprint. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to be in the early breakaway. Have a good stage.